There is a huge pressure to emerge now. And it's not just coming from external factors like war, political agendas, but this deep longing in the human psyche. There's a longing for a different way of being. And over the week at Emergence Brotherhood, we will be exploring what it means to be a man. We'll be exploring our relationship with masculinity. And there's this age-old masculine wound that runs through the psyche, where man needs to prove himself. He needs to protect, he needs to provide. And it comes from tribal times, where the greatest gift a man could give for his tribe, the greatest honor he could do was give his blood, was spill blood on the battlefield, was to die for his tribe, to be a sacrificial lamb. And this is still running through our psyche today, and it's still making us do the same things, providing, protecting, and it needs to stop now. We need to understand that men matter. You matter. I matter. We matter. And we don't need to do anything to prove that. So at Emergence Brotherhood, we come into mattering together. There's a deep relaxation without the competition or needing to prove myself. And this really is the soul work for men today. To pull back the conditioning, the father's conditioning, our father's conditioning, this lineage that goes back, where they've needed to prove themselves, to feel their worth, and know that the soul work for men today is to bring our essence forth, is to come to the core of our being and have the courage to expose that. And it takes courage. It takes passion from the heart, a willingness to expose the parts that are getting in my way, that no longer serve me. And to do that in a group of other men is terrifying. When I first stepped into these spaces, I would do anything to not be seen as weak. So vulnerability was not an option for me. And now I see the strength it takes to be vulnerable, and the gift that can be to myself and to the people around me. Because that's what I really long for, is this deeper connection, a real connection, a raw, vulnerable, authentic connection, not this kind of, I'll show you a little bit of vulnerability and I'll pull away, or I'll show you the person I want you to perceive me as, which I was very good at doing. But actually, who I am at the core of my being. A willingness to bring that part forward. So there's a call to courage, and the time is now, brothers.
Yeah, so a big problem or a big challenge that men often encounter who want to join our retreats is it's a question of feeling or feeling more. And many men, through different experiences in their life, whether it be suppression of their emotions or different kinds of trauma or challenging relationships with parents, have suppressed emotions, have numbed emotions, perhaps through substances, perhaps through confusion or bullying, all kinds of other things that can happen to a young boy who grows into a man. And we really work with all of the emotions and the feelings that are there, the feelings that we sometimes don't want, and the feelings sometimes that we would love to feel more of. And one really powerful aspect of the work we do with emotions, with feelings, with shame, with guilt, with regret, with joy, is that we allow each other to feel them. Not only do we allow it, we encourage it, because there is a note or an essence of love in every single one of these states or feelings. And this is the opportunity and the possibility that we create for you. And we hold a very tight container to create space for you to be able to feel it all.
We have a lot of men come through into the container that have felt challenged by aggression, either at home, from their fathers, from other men that they've met, and therefore kind of avoided it. Or there's been this blame or shaming of this energy, rage, and rightly so for a lot of the time, because it's been dispersed out in an unhealthy way. But instead of just trying to cut ourselves off from it and blaming it, shaming it, pretending it's not there, at Emergence Brotherhood, we utilize this as a power. How can we transmute this rage from the heart so it turns into passion? Because it's needed. We can't just sit back and allow the world to continue going on as it is. We need to bring this power, this rage, this passion through. And we need to grieve. We need to allow the loss of love or the disappointment of the way things have turned out to be felt. So these are two of many emotions that we really work with here. And to do it with other men, there's a deep medicine in that. I know my experience of growing up is I got told not to express my emotions. I was like, boys, don't cry. Not to express even joy, even the more seen as pleasurable emotions. Everything, I was trying to be a cool, calm character. It was like this fake composure. Really, I was repressing and suppressing my emotional body. And this is really key to what we do here. And it's a gift. When I'm in circle with other brothers and there's enough trust, which is at the center of what we do, to really open up, to really allow myself to be felt, to be heard, to express, and to look around the circles and look around the eyes of the other men and seeing them feeling me. In that moment, there's such a gift. I used to hide it away. And I'm hiding myself, I'm hiding my expression, I'm hiding my truth. And this is a place to learn to be able to stand in that, proud of all parts of me, all parts of my expression, all parts of my emotion.
Yeah, and also just want to speak to any of the guys who identify there as a people pleaser or a nice guy, and just to share with you that this is an incredible space to redirect that energy that you use to suppress your authentic self, your true self, and actually to allow it to be here in the space where it belongs. This life, this energy that you redirect and keeps you down and keeps you working out how to be accepted, how to belong. We work on all of these different areas, and the space that we can provide allows you to find your own authentic sense of belonging and your own authentic sense of yourself, your soul, everything that you are, all parts of you. Nothing is off the table at Emergence Brotherhood. Yeah, and what we do is we look at you layer by layer, through the psyche, through the heart, through the physical body, through your emotions, through everything that makes up who you think you are. And we expand that to include different dimensions of emotion, of feeling, of heart, so that all of you can be present in this space with brothers, so that you can see past the moments and live past the moments where you turned away from connection, where the moment of longing to be in contact became a joke or some banter, or perhaps a missed opportunity to really be close to other people with all of you, all of who you are. So we don't leave anything behind. Everything is welcome here, between us and amongst us as well. We make space for it all.
So the arc of this journey, as Graham's touched on there, goes into the animal body, the emotional body, the physical body. We explore with the inner boy. We give a chance to give the love to the places that may be fractured off when we were younger because it was too much or not enough. And we reclaim these parts, and that includes the feminine. It includes the warrior of the masculine, it includes the light masculine, the more It includes the warrior of the masculine, it includes the light masculine, the more meditative parts of us, the wisdom, the dark feminine, the wild, the witchy, the lighter feminine, the more nurturing kind of energies, the mothering energies, which are within all of us. So we're reclaiming all these parts that are within us so we can become more whole. And this is the journey of emergence, a journey into wholeness, to allow soul to emerge through. The soul knows no gender. The soul is ours. It's behind us. It's behind all this conditioning that's got in the way of us being in our essence. So this is why we focus on the essence, like pulling back those layers, pulling up the protection. It has served us. It has really been a wisdom of our body to go into these innate responses and put up these barriers and layers, and learning to collapse them, especially around a group of other men where old pieces around competition and comparison can be so riled up to the surface. And then we move on to soul purpose. Once we've kind of reclaimed these parts within us, we then go into the purpose. Why am I here? How can I serve in this world? Where is my aliveness? What am I here to bring? And often it comes from those challenging experiences growing up. The soul core wound is the very reason why our soul chose our vessel with our parents and our socioeconomic environment. The challenging experience we had are carving us out, are carving our soul out to actually have this transmission, this gift for the world. And if we can have the courage to step into that and own where we have fucked up and where we've struggled in life, the vulnerability that takes and the courage it takes to bring that forward to the world, people will meet you in that place of authenticity. It's a gift. So we work with soul purpose and how to bring that, how to seed that into this planet and bring it forth with our brothers, with their sword down our back. And we work with money. There's so much energy around money. And to be able to be in space and to explore our relationship with money. We're not saying we're cracking your money codes here, but what we're offering is an incredible shamanic embodied experience of an exploration of your relationship with money and what comes up for you when you're in a space with other men with money. And it's amazing to see what can pop in the field with people. And at the core of what we do is a lot around circle technology and bringing different techniques and styles to allow us to give dark, penetrative feedback. Not with the intention of sinking someone, but really allowing them to shine, to give this arrow through the heart, to crack them open, so when they rebuild even stronger, greater. So it's a gift. And coupled with that, we work with the water, we work with the flower, and we work with the pieces which are intended to water your brother, to allow them to shine with nourishing, loving reflections and feedback. And it's a technology that is very passionate to our heart and at the heart of what we bring at Emergence Brotherhood.
Yeah, so on the journey down, there's also a journey up into the light as well. So we are exploring celebration, we are exploring emotions and feelings like joy, which are often very repressed in men, in beings in male bodies. So we're also uncovering not only what holds us back and the stories that we tell ourselves, and rewriting those stories in a way where we can either tell our own stories or we can start to write a new story amongst us. And this is the possibility and the potential that we offer you if you step into Emergence Brotherhood container, is that this story is being rewritten all the time. And it's your chance to be the author of your story, perhaps for the first time.
So if you're watching this, and my brother Graham here and me, then it's an invitation. If any part of you is longing for a different way of being, if a part of you knows deep down that you've got more potential to unravel and how to bring that power into this world, then we're here. Emergence Brotherhood is here, and we wholeheartedly invite you in. If you want to drop on to a discovery call, you can click the link below. Have